Alright, if this question type does not look familiar to you, you need to make it. There always seems to be a question a bit like this. Okay, so we've got a quadratic equation. Okay, the variable in this is x, so this is an x equation. It's just that the coefficients of x squared and x and the constant have got k's in. So that you're going to get values of stuff. Actually, let's finish reading. Has real roots. So has real roots, okay, is a trigger phrase. It means that something squared minus something is got to be something in relation to naught. Okay, so the possible values of your something squared minus 4 something something. Okay, all right. I've got 3 possible cases depending on where this stands in relation to naught. So you're going to set this up. Okay, you can quote the algebra first, or you can put the correct values in here, here, and here in these brackets. But when you first mention it, you need to tell me what it is in relation to naught. Does it equal naught? Can it be less than naught? Can it be greater than naught? Can it be greater than or equal to naught? Can it be less than or equal to naught? Is it something else? You've got to put the correct symbol here, okay, to set things up. Now, if you sneakily look ahead at show that means this is your end point, okay? So you're not going to, you don't expect to see where this is coming from when you first start out, okay? So if you sneakily look ahead to that, it may even confuse you, all right? The sign that we see here may actually be the wrong way round because you don't know how the rearrangement's going to turn out. You may be at some point doing something that might actually change that symbol. So take this with a pinch of salt, start this out, put the correct things in these brackets, simplify correctly, simplify your inequality down, and if you've done it right, you will be able, without cheating, to get to this, okay? But if you try and just sort things out at the last minute, in particular which way round that sign goes, don't expect to be to convince anybody. You need to be convincing for a show that. So you need to get the correct symbol in this thing from the very start. I think I've said that about 5 times now. But I'm going to say it again. Get the correct symbol in this thing from the very start. Okay, all right, now, hence, that means use the previous part, and it also very often means we've got a re-entry point. So even if you haven't got a clue where this thing came from, we've now got to find the possible values of k. So this is a particular kind of inequality, okay? It's something that quite often is worth about 4 marks, okay? Maybe a bit less these days, but certainly 4 marks used to not be uncommon. And there are 2 phases to this, all right? Everyone gets the correct critical values, but to get the correct fully solution, there is only one way of doing that, and don't expect to get any credit at all unless you're showing a method. And the method consists of, after the critical values, you are going to show me a graph, okay? So critical values followed by a graph, because this is a quadratic inequality, isn't it? You recognised that, didn't you? Yes, of course you did.